Welcome to Music is the Drug, Cowboy Junkies podcast. I'm Dave Bowler and I wrote the band's biography, Music is the Drug. We're out there on all the usual podcast outlets, so don't forget to subscribe, like and add reviews. It all helps out. Cowboy Junkies, like most bands, will often revisit and reinterpret songs in concert, whether it's just to keep them fresh, or maybe it's because they found a better way of presenting the song rather than the one they had on the record. That's the case with the piece we're looking at this time, with the help of Michael Timmins and Anton. The slide is unusual in that not only was it revisited in concert, but in the studio too, the original version on One Soul Now being added to with a reworking on the Notes Falling Slow box set. Mike was keen to literally set the record straight, as he explained.
I've said, I think we've had these discussions before, but One Soul Now is the one album where I kind of kick myself. I don't have any other records where I think, God, we let that one get away. You know, there's lots of things that I do different on different records, and you know, and things that I don't necessarily like now, but I can appreciate at the time that you know, they were honest mistakes. With One Soul Now it was just a weird record, and it was the first time we recorded it all ourselves. Like, we definitely did the whole recording in our studio. So there's a lot of pressure on me that way, just sort of learning that side of it. And the sound of it is fine, but we kind of let songs get away a little bit as far as the production goes. And I feel like, yeah, I agree. Like, the slide is one of them. It's supposed to be, it's a very personal prayer. You know, it is literally it's somebody by themselves talking to God, and it should be presented that way. It should be very intimate and very quiet. And we sort of try to turn it into a pop song for whatever reason, and it doesn't work. You know, it bugs me because it is a beautiful little song that I really like from a songwriting point of view, and we kind of lost it.
As Alan points out, it wasn't just on record that they had early problems with the song.
As a band, we have problems with poppy stuff live in the studio too. Like, we, you know, every now and then we try to, every second or third album we somehow write a poppy song, and it's a real struggle for us to kind of play that stuff. It's just not in our blood. But you know, every now and then there's a song that, this kind of works as a pop song, let's do that. We put it on the record, try to play it live, and it sucks live. So it's really the way that goes. I think all our poppy songs, except for maybe Leave an Anniversary song, we stopped playing because it was too boring live. But yeah, pretty much all of them die on stage, so we keep them on the record. I think we might have played it live a few times, full band, but it just became one of the staples of the acoustic set after that. So we haven't really played it. Yeah, it's got to be tight, and it's got to be, you know, it's got to be whatever to hold itself up as a pop song, and that's not really how we play live. So it's often a kind of a showstopper for us as the band to, in a bad way, I mean, to, you know, be grooving along to whatever we're playing, and then try to play a pop song in the middle of the set. It doesn't really work for us.
We've redone it, and we sort of when we do it live, we do it the way I feel it should be done, sort of as a very quiet little waltz. But it got away on the album for sure.
Playing it as a waltz was taking it right back to one of Mike's early demo passes at the song, and that was released on the Anatomy of an Album CD-ROM that came with One Soul Now. Savor this sweetness,
that one, I think it was just, there wasn't much of a groove to it, you know. It was kind of static. It just sounded better, you know, opened up just with acoustic, and you know, it just sits really nicely as just an acoustic track with vocals. I mean, I like lyrically, I like it, but you know, musically, it's not something I'd I listen to. There's probably 10 or 12 songs that we used to play full band that, like I said, didn't really feel right. And then Mike thought, this would probably work better just acoustic. And so, yeah, he's usually right about that. He usually gets it.
It's nice to have that opportunity to revisit something like that again. It must be good to be able to just every now and again put the record straight, if you like.
Yeah, for sure. And you can do that. Of course, you can do that live. That's the best way to do it. Is just sort of, okay, let's try and figure out what we were trying to do with the song, and start performing it in a different way. But yeah, when you can do it on record, it's kind of fun. And then I guess that's why everybody does these remix records and stuff, because certainly there's tons of mixes you'd want to redo, but actually completely redoing a song in a completely different way, yeah, for sure, there's something kind of fun about doing that.
I love the lyric. It's the idea of talking to God, but you've got to get through the switchboard first.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go through Jesus and then the Holy Ghost, I think, and then you get to God, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. Yeah, that thing, that I don't know where that came from, that little opening line. But you can sort of see it. It's sort of like, I don't want to go with any of you. I don't want to talk to a saint, and I don't want to talk to a prophet. I want to talk to the man. I got some questions here, so get out of the way and just let me talk to the man. So, and then that's sort of playing on that age old question about any religion. If God is omnipotent, then why does he let such horrible things happen in the world, and horrible things happen, to individuals? And so that's sort of opening up that line of communication and going straight to the man. We've had a few songs like that. I mean, I think a lot of our songs, when they're dealing with Christian themes, and they're usually done in a certainly as far as the church is concerned, a negative way, because I'm not a big church person. But I think they get misinterpreted. I think sometimes if you're so superly hyped within Christianity and the church, and you're into a certain set religion, you hear the word Jesus, you think, oh, good, you automatically go, okay, that's good, that's positive. Well, you should listen a bit closer sometimes.
It is a very junky song, in that there's always that kernel of hope in there. At the start of Annie Hall, Woody Allen tells a joke about two old ladies in a restaurant. The food at this place is really terrible, says the one. Yeah, I know, says the other. And such small portions. Life is hard, and it's all over much too quickly. You just have to give in to the slide.
It's about trying to figure. This song was written at the very early stages of children for Patty and I, and we'd certainly adopted our first daughter by then, and maybe our son had been born, and it was an extremely chaotic and crazy time, and lots of issues with our daughter as far as adopting her, and health issues and things like that. And so there's lots of swirling thoughts and anxiety and just complete real pressures, like which any parent understands, especially new parents. So it's about dealing with that chaos, but at the same time really recognizing that no matter how difficult and how troubling things can get, there's so many moments of beauty in that too, and just the fact that you have a little child here that you're responsible for is amazing. And so there's that the yearn for the slide is that you have to look for that. You have to look for that just giving into the gravity. Just let yourself go to the natural world, and to what's right there in front of you. And even if sometimes if it's chaotic and intense and feel like your head's going to explode, if you can do that, which is really difficult, you get these beautiful little moments of these little epiphanies, and so that's what that song's about. Just sort of, so yeah, it is very intense, but to me, it's a very hopeful song.
And on that optimistic note, we'll leave you for today. There are another 4 episodes to come before we take a short break for the northern summer, so make sure you subscribe before then, just to make sure that you'll still get your podcasts after the break. Cowboy Junkies' new album, Songs of the Recollection, is out now. If you haven't got a copy, it's available from all the usual outlets or direct from the band at cowboyjunkies.com. You can also get a copy of the book Music is the Drug from there too. The Junkies are back on the road with new tour dates coming in all the time, in North America, all over Europe, and in Australia and New Zealand. Keep checking the website for news of the shows. If you're a Spotify user, you can follow our growing podcast playlist. All the details of that and everything else is in the show notes. We'll see you next time.
Jesus, sweet Jesus, if you're listening, can you pass me to your paw? I'm having a hard time understanding why he's so discriminating with his love. I'm having a hard time understanding why he's so discriminating with his love.